Well, I've never been one for beating around the bush, so I will just come out and say it. We're moving to Haiti. There's us, there's Haiti. So some of you guys are probably pretty shocked by this. A lot of you are probably not. If you followed our lives for the last 7 years, you'll kind of see that we've tested God quite a few times with the desire to work overseas. In the last half a year, actually, God has really put it on our hearts. But we always thought like it would be one day, right? Like it would be one day that we would end up serving overseas. The kids are growing up. But yeah, this year God has really been putting it on our hearts, and so we decided that Carmen and I would take a family trip to Haiti to explore this a little bit more, and just really excited to see where God would lead us on that. And so as you saw from the updates, from the video, the trip was amazing. The way the kids interacted with the kids there and just enjoyed Haitian culture, it seemed right to them. And for us too, it felt like home. It felt normal. Carmen and I also both strongly feel that we should be doing ministry as a family. That right now, my life with HFL, it's like two separate lives. I don't get the opportunity for my kids to participate in what I'm doing, and they see Daddy going off to the office, and it's separate. And the other thing that Carmen and I have been growing in our desire to do is to serve our church, Southside Church. And so along kind of the same lines that HFL works, like HFL essentially acts as a facilitator for a church to get involved in a community and take care of the details and the problems and everything that goes along with that. But ultimately, HFL desires to pull out of that equation and allow the church to continue to build a relationship and grow more involved in that community. And we see playing that role for Southside, where Southside is at a point where it would be awesome to have people on the ground to continue to grow that relationship. We'll be serving Southside on the ground. We're actually going to be living on site at Haiti Children's Home, taking care of some kids there, also involved with the school that Southside helped to create, and as well being a resource for HFL as they engage projects and teams in Mirabelais, Haiti. So now what? Well, we're moving in January. Yes, you heard me correctly, but it's been really great to see how God's already opening and closing doors as needs come about. And so obviously a move like this requires a lot more needs and a lot more help than just a couple guys in a pickup truck. It requires a lot of prayer and a lot of money. Your financial support for me during the last 6 years has been amazing. With that, we've seen $3.5 million in projects through HFL be engaged. I've been able to and been blessed to lead 17 teams of 160 people. So Carmen and I are very excited to take this next step with Southside to see the community in Mirabelais transform. It won't happen without your support. There's some notes and some links below in the email that'll kind of help guide you through on how to do that and how to be a part of that. But a couple of the initial costs are a vehicle and some furniture. As you can imagine, moving your whole family and your whole life to a new country, there's going to be costs associated with that. Maybe some of you have been supporting me for years and you're looking at cutting back. Thank you for your generosity. Thank you for how you've been involved. For some of you, maybe you're thinking about donating for the first time, or you've been donating for years and you're thinking, well, Steve and Carmen have more needs, and so we need to increase our giving. Either way, we are confident in God's provision of you and us. The question of finances have never come up for us in this whole process because we're confident that God's going to provide for us. I've learned that God doesn't need us at all. I mean, He can move mountains. He doesn't need our money. He doesn't need us. But He does give us opportunity. You know, He wants to work through us. He desires to see us involved in redeeming His creation. And so I see this too as an opportunity for you to partner and for you to be involved as we change Mirabelais, Haiti.